How old was I when I first seen old Rivers? Well, I can't remember when he weren't around. That old fella, he did a heap of work. He spent his whole life walking plowed ground. He had that one-room shack not far from us. Well, we was about as poor as him. And he had one old mule, he called him Midnight. And I'd trail along after them. He'd plow them rows just straight and deep, and I'd follow along behind. I'd be busting up clods with my own bare feet. That old Rivers, he was a friend of mine. Now that sun'd get high, that old mule, he'd work. Finally, old Rivers, he'd say, whoa. He'd wipe his brow, he'd lean back on them reins. Then he'd talk about that place he's gonna go. One of these days, I'm gonna climb that mountain, go walk up there among them clouds, where that cotton's high and that corn's a-growing, and there ain't no fields to plow. I got a letter today. It's from the folks back home. They all fine. Crops is dry. Down near the end, Mom said, son, you know old Rivers died. Well, I'm sitting here now, this new plowed earth, just looking for a little shade. With that sun beating down across them fields, I see that mule, old Rivers, and me. Now, one of these days, I'm gonna climb that mountain. I'm gonna walk up there among them clouds, where that cotton's high and that corn's growing, and there ain't no fields to plow.
With the sun beating down across the fields I see.
That mule, old Rivers, and me.